What's up, everybody? Derek Anderson, the DA. All right, everybody, check it out, man. Listen, we've been talking lately about how Disney is doing everything humanly possible to clean up this chick right here, Rachel Zegler, when it comes to this Snow White movie, because the box office is at stake. They sunk a lot of money into it. I think they already know they're not going to get any of that money back, or they're not going to break even anyway, but they're going to try to make as much as they possibly can. And you can see on this Box Office Pro breakdown, they expect this thing to crash out somewhere between 65 and $85 million on the domestic opening weekend, which is terrible, which is absolutely terrible. When you're talking about the legacy of Snow White and what it means to Disney, it is literally the film that built the studio. This is the #1 princess of all the Disney princesses. This thing should be making buco bucks. We should be talking about possibly a $2 billion movie, in my opinion. You know, if you're talking about like The Lion King, I think made like 1.6. You can see if you get down here where these domestic opening weekends fell. All right, this is just the domestic. The Lion King, I think, ultimately came in at about like $1.6 billion worldwide, but 543 million domestically. Yeah, Snow White should be shooting for this direction. You know, Beauty and the Beast got 500 million. You would think the most important Disney movie remake of all time, Snow White, should be at least able to get that. At least this in this range, if not more. It's not Beauty and the Beast is not more important than Snow White. But, you know, then Disney dropped the ball. They expect a domestic opening weekend, this middle column, for Snow White to crash out somewhere between Cinderella and Aladdin. That's where they think this thing is going to end up. Between Cinderella and Aladdin. It's not going to get even 100 million. Look, even Little Mermaid got almost 100 million. And they don't even think it's going to do that. That tells you a lot right there, man. And listen, this, like Cinderella, this is based on 2015 prices. So even if Snow White were to get like 60 some odd million or 70 million or something in 2025 prices, in my opinion, that's still far below Maleficent, which came out in 2014, and Cinderella, which came out in 2015. It's a hot disaster, you guys, no matter how you want to look at it. I'll be surprised if it gets 70 million or 65 million. I think it's going to be like in the 50s. I think it's going to be somewhere between 50 and 55 million. People cannot stand Rachel Zegler, and they hate what they've done with this movie, you know, but we'll see what happens. Meanwhile, Disney, you know, they got their marketing department in full gear. They're dropping the soundtrack, all right? The soundtrack is going on sale. Apparently, this is the list of the songs. This thing's going to fail too, all right? This thing is absolutely going to fail too. I don't think anybody's coming to buy the soundtrack of Rachel Zegler singing these songs. Why? Just go and listen to the original. It's far better. It's far better, and it represents a movie that you love, not some shit that you ain't going to watch. So, yeah, I don't know who they think is coming to buy this soundtrack. The soundtrack probably not going to make any money. Look, you really got to look. I told y'all, man, they are doing everything in their power to try to clean this chick up, to try to make her look what they do. Let me zoom in on this just a little bit, all right? Look how they got her looking. Look at this with the hands over the heart. All right. So sweet and innocent. All right. This is who they are trying to pretend Rachel Zegler is. You know, notice this wasn't in the original marketing. All right. Notice this was the original marketing. Like, this is the original poster from the poster. So if you look at Rachel Zegler in this poster, look how she looks, man. Look how she looks. This almost kind of like quizzical, kind of defiant a little bit. Like, who the hell are you? You know, you're not going to tell me what to do. Who do you think you are? You know, like, she has that kind of look on her face, all right? She looks like a defiant woman. She doesn't look like this. Oh, I'm so innocent, aren't I? I'm just innocent little Rachel Zegler. That's how she looks, right? All sweet and innocent, man. They doing their damnedest to try to clean this chick up. But they got more coming, all right? They got more coming. This is on Discussing Film. New presenters for the Oscars have been announced. So they got some new presenters who are going to be at the Academy Awards this Sunday, presenting awards. Hey, guess who's on the list? Ah, yes, there she is. Good old Rachel Zegler, all right? Along with Gal Gadot. So, all right, this is interesting. I'm feeling like this. Like, they're basically going to both come out there to present an award together and do a little bit of advertising and marketing for Snow White. You know, they'll probably give Rachel Zegler some of the best jokes on the night. You know, hey, man, write some good jokes for Rachel. We got to clean her up. We got to make her seem funny and personable and laughable and lovable. We got to make sure she's all of that. You know, so they're going to try to give Rachel Zegler the best line of the night. She's going to have all eyes on her. They're going to give her a good award to present to, by the way. Gal Gadot and Rachel Zegler will probably go out there, I'm guessing, present It ain't gonna be like best documentary or any bullshit like that nobody's watching. Probably, honestly, it's gonna be best actress. Probably gonna be best actress because everybody's gonna be watching that one, right? Everybody's gonna be watching that shit. But look, it ain't gonna make no difference, Disney. All right. You know, and it is Disney, right? It's going to be on ABC. So obviously Disney would use the Oscars as an opportunity to roll Rachel Zegler out there and try to clean her ass up some way, somehow. All right. It's pointless. You're just wasting your time. All right. You cannot unpoison an apple. All right. Once it's over, it's over. You poisoned it. She's done. Nobody's coming to watch this. You know, and you guys remember like the last time that Rachel Zegler was at the Oscars, she was mad that she didn't get invited initially. West Side Story actress Rachel Zegler speaks out after not being invited to the Oscars. Remember, she was a brand new movie star. All right. This was her first role. I forgot she had won a Golden Globe for this shit. She had won a Golden Globe way back when for West Side Story. And she spoke out on her Instagram, you know, low key, you know, crying and whining that she wasn't invited to the Oscars, that she wasn't going to get an award or any of that. And she wasn't even invited to show up. You know, so then she had went to her Instagram over here crying. You know, somebody had said, hey, I can't wait to see what you'll be wearing on Oscar night. To which Zegler responded, I'm not invited, so sweatpants and my boyfriend's flannel. And that sent all her little Zeglerarians after, you know, the Oscars, and everybody bitched and moaned and complained until finally Rachel Zegler, all right, here, you can show up and present something. God damn, man, shut the hell up already. Like, that's basically what Rachel Zegler has always been. So, yeah, she's going to be presenting some Oscar. We don't know yet, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be something like Best Actress or Best Actress or Best Actor. It's going to be a big award, all right? You don't roll her out here for, like, Best Film Editing. Like, what's the point of that? You know, put her in something big so that everybody can see her and talk about her and Gal Gadot. And and I'm telling you, they're going to do everything in their power. They're going to give her a joke to say, something on Oscar night that is going to help her shine her star up just a little bit more, because they need to. All right. So yeah, other people that's showing up to give awards: Harrison Ford, we talked about Gal Gadot, Andrew Garfield, Sam Jackson, Margaret Qualley, Alba Rohrwacher, Zoe Saldana as well. And then, you know, you got all of these other presenters that are going to be showing up. Look, it's going to be interesting to see what happens, you know, what else they try to do to get Rachel Zegler cleaned up. Look, they've been doing a lot, all right? They've been absolutely doing everything in their power to get this chick to shine. I don't know if you guys don't understand this. You cannot get rid of the stank, the absolute stank that Rachel Zegler put on this movie. You just can't scrub it away. I'm sorry, man. Everybody's pissed off. Look, and I'll end it with this, man. Outkick had posted this up. Outkick. They talk sports and shit, right? Rachel Zegler trying to save Snow White's without acknowledging her faults. Right. Like, you got to acknowledge the fact that you fucked up. You got to say that. You got to come out, Rachel Zegler, and say, you know what? I made some comments about the movie Snow White and the character and the original classic movie by Disney, and I was wrong. I shouldn't have said any of the things that I said. You know, call it youth, call it whatever you want to call it. But I've profusely apologized to all Snow White fans and all Disney fans all over the world. You know, that was me. That was my fault. I should not have done that. I hope that doesn't deter you guys from going to watch the movie. I think we did an amazing job, you know, and then you just blah, blah, blah. Actors did a great job, directors, and everybody worked hard, and, you know, all in the normal nonsense, you know. But you come out and you say something and you own it. You own your part of it. Instead of just getting out here trying to do all of this stuff. This ain't going to get it done. People see right through this. All right? People see right through this. From this to this is a clear decision. All right? With the little hands over her heart and all that shit. Like, you guys got to do better, Disney. All right? Nobody's buying it. And that's why your box office is looking like trash. This movie should have been the biggest Disney reimagining you've ever done. And you should have hired little people to play the dwarves. You should have hired little people to play the dwarves instead of CGI monstrosities. What the hell were y'all thinking? Why did you listen to Peter Dinklage's dumbass? Peter Dinklage already got his career. He's a made man. He ain't got to worry about all the stuff they do. They robbed little people, midgets, whatever, of work they could have had for the rest of their lives playing the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, they could have put them in prosthetics, makeup. They could have did anything in the world, but let them play those roles. That's like, to me, that's just a giant black eye on this entire thing. And then they give us that CGI monstrosity shit. Man, just stupid decision after stupid decision after stupid decision made by the company now famous for stupid decisions. Boy. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this situation, man. I think it's just a hot mess. I think this thing is going to bomb spectacularly. It can't clean this up, all right? I'm sorry, Disney. You just can't clean this chick's image up. She's like a one-man wrecking crew, all right? She's a one-man wrecking ball just coming through, wham, slamming into your movie and just destroying any possibility of a box office. Box office poison from here on out. I think she's going to stay on Broadway. She's been talking about that. Oh, I love Broadway. Yeah, you need to stay on Broadway. Probably for the next 5 to 6 years, and maybe try to come back to Hollywood later, in smaller roles. Not headlining things like this. You are not a headliner. She is just not. All right? Her box office proves it. Anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Jump down in the comments. Give me your thoughts and opinions on that. And thanks for watching. See you next time.